community. It's important we hear from you to tell us all we need to know about what you do best. Tell Us Your Business uses the latest radio and television production systems, and all shows can be seen on amp2.tv. If you have a question for our guest, call 888-565-1470. Now, let's get ready as our guest hits the airwaves and informs us about what we need to know on Tell Us Your Business.
And we're back. Welcome. I can't even do that. I can't do that and do this at the same time.
Multitasking.
You're going to have to do it.
Welcome to Tell Us Your Biz, Brooklyn Cafe style after hours. We've just had a great week. We thought we would catch up, do a week in review on Tell Us Your Biz, Brooklyn Cafe after hours, coming to you on 95.3 FM, 1470 AM, live streaming, maybe all over social media as we multitask.
Yes, it's working.
And Freddie's got us up and running.
It's working.
How'd you like today, by the way?
I had a great time. You going to tell people what we did today?
Today, Brooklyn Cafe on the go went to Game of Axes. Got to throw axes. Truly,
Game of what?
Axes, not Game of Thrones, Game of Axes. In Boynton Beach, what a fun place to go. There is a bar. You can do axe throwing. I got to do it with 2 arms, 2 hands. I was, whoop, 2 arms. You were great.
Don't
Steve-O
Don't do that.
from New York Sounds.
Don't do that.
Bullseye.
I know. So did Teddy. Bullseye. And I think Matt, he said he got close to the bullseye.
They did a great job. It was so much fun. We
Where
did 2
was
hours.
that located? In Boynton
It's in
Beach?
Boynton Beach on Military Trail, all the way up.
In
I don't even know where.
Boynton Beach? It shows how much we know.
We just kept driving. There's a brand new Walmart up there. It's up past Golf Road. But what a great place to go. It's great for networking. It is great for team building. Paul Vadiato from Cruise Planner says it'd be great for a steak. Can you imagine?
It's funny because we posted something on Facebook that shows Paul and everybody else in the chair. There's a chair you could take pictures of. And he was like a wild man. They took all these videos of him. But the crew did a great job today. It was a lot of fun.
So much fun. What I really liked that we got to do is bring the crew out. We had about, 8 or 9 of our crew. And they got to come together and have some fun, throw the axes. And what was that wine we were drinking? Viking Blood.
You drank that.
Viking Blood.
What was that?
It is a wine fermented with honey. And I know you don't believe me. I think it tastes like Manischewitz with honey.
That's hilarious. How can something taste like
apparently
Manischewitz?
it's got a high alcoholic content, 19%.
Yes, Dawn had
taste
a couple.
it. It's
I had
like
one
Kool-Aid.
glass and she was flying.
I had mine. I had yours.
I couldn't drink it.
It did
was
come
too
with
much
the
honey.
warning that she told me afterwards that be careful because you have no idea how easy it is to drink 2 bottles by yourself.
She told you?
Yes, after the fact.
After the fact. But today's show was, we had some technical difficulties because I blew a
sound wire.
A sound wire and we couldn't find it and Gio came in and fixed it. So we were like 25, 30 minutes late. And then after that, we had all sorts of guests that came on. The Steve was there. Paul was there. We had the Don't Squeeze the Charmin lady was there.
Shaman. We had Ann Butters. We had Paul Vadiato with Cruise Optics.
Karen was there. It was just a whole bunch of different elements that we put together, which is a whole lot of fun. That's what the show is all about.
On the road. So thank you to Game of Access. And I really want to thank you, Freddie, because I have these crazy ideas a lot of times. And most people laugh at me and tell me no. And you never say no.
And I'm going to tell you, I was
you
very
booked
nervous today. Very nervous with the fact that Dawn had an axe in her hand. And she's swinging
I
this
couldn't
thing.
get it with 1 arm. I had to do the overhead with 2.
I'm surprised you got that thing going.
But I actually got it in the board. Next time I need to aim, which would have been a little helpful. I just wanted to get the strength and the power to do it.
Yes.
Faith Washington gave me some tips. I didn't get to do your tips, Faith, but I'm going to go with Faith next time.
Yes.
And do it. But the cages are great. It's clean. The bar, it's all craft brewery. And the security on it, everyone says they're worried about safety. They're really, really very careful on safety. The doors stay locked so people can't come in and get a hold of the axes. You have to be admitted in. You cannot be intoxicated. You cannot do anything unsafe. They let you go. And every team that comes in,
14
we didn't
and
get
over.
a group picture.
14. I know. There was so many things happening today. 14 and over only.
14 older only. And everyone gets an axe master. So that axe master stays with you. They teach you. You have to wear closed-toed shoes.
I didn't know that. How come I didn't get a master?
We did. We had Heather.
Oh, she was the master?
She was your axe master.
That chick threw this axe around like it was a toy. Underhand, overhand, behind her back.
She just bought a tomahawk to throw. She said, oh, this is kind of dangerous.
It's just a very interesting. And they're having a mobile.
A mobile unit.
How in the world they're going to do that, I have no idea. But anyway, it's a lot of fun.
Game of
Check it out.
Axes.
And tomorrow we are going to be at
Crazy Uncle Mike's in Boca Raton. I love that we can now take the show on the road, literally on the road. We have really an incredible crew. We have a great executive producer who is always at our beck and call, a.k.a. Gio the Boy
Gio
Genius.
is not always on beck and call, but he's there 90% of the
He's
time.
always there answering our questions when we
Yes.
blow a wire or two or hit the mute button or something, human error that we seem to always have.
Always.
But tomorrow we're at Crazy Uncle Mike's in Boca Raton. It is on Federal Highway between Clintmore and Linton on the east side of the street. So much fun. You haven't been there yet.
I've never been
It's
there.
a brewery.
You've been there.
They've got a few bars. They always have live music. And it's a lot of fun. Different food, different light bites, things that are really fun. That they're looking forward to us coming.
I know one of the accountants or something heard that we called up there to get a shoot, and she said, "Oh, you gotta have them. I know all about the show. You gotta have them." So we're
It's
gonna
your
have some
hat, I
fun.
think is what it is.
It's not my
And they know we're coming.
And they know we're coming.
So if you're in the area of Crazy Uncle Mike's, Boca Del Rey, Boynton, Deerfield, coming up, have some fun. We're going to be there we air from 12 to 2. Everyone says, when are you going to be there? We're there all day. We usually get there by 10 to set up, and we're usually there by 3 breaking down. So for us, it's all day. So come on out, say hello, meet with us, greet with us. We're going air from 12 to 2, and I'm sure we'll have some food and some drinks. It just came to me, this one drink they gave to one of the bands when we were there, but I can't say it on air.
Where
Ken will-
at Crazy Uncle
yeah,
Mike's?
we'll get you
There's a
one
name,
tomorrow.
a crazy name.
They've got some crazy names for their shots, and it just came to me, and I can't
You
say
have
it on
one?
air. I didn't, but some people they follow these bands around there. Some of them are local bands, and they've got their groupies, and the groupies follow them around, and they
You
buy
mean a
them
singing
drinks.
band,
Yeah,
like Sex Pistols or whatever?
all kinds of different bands.
I'm trying to know what this name is. I'll change the name.
I can't. Ken won't be happy with me.
No,
so
don't do
that
that.
shall remain nameless. But come on out. We'll have some fun tomorrow. Next week we're at La Chloe. We're really out and about on the road a lot.
Now I want to talk a couple of seconds here for La Chloe. Southwest 18th Street has a whole community of stores.
Yes.
And we have been fortunate enough to be contracted to them to bring remotes from there. We did Pizza District. Pizza District, let me tell you something. The pizza is one of the best
I'm thinking of getting one now.
in Florida, one of the best. And they had us, they had us there. They told us to come in and we did a show.
Right.
Now, La Chloe is a different cafe style individual place. We want to do the cafe, which is not located in Boca. We're in Del Rey. And the Brooklyn Cafe is not a cafe per se. But he said to me, why don't you let us be your cafe? So they are now doing breakfast there. Starts at 8 o'clock, I think he told me. And you can hold your meetings. You can go by the lake. You could do all
Such a
sorts of
beautiful
great
venue.
things. It's a great venue. The prices are ridiculous, cheap. And it's a nice place to go. It's on Southwest 18th in I'm going to say the northern corner to the east.
The northeast corner. It's in the Boca Point Wharfside Plaza that's been there forever. Carrabba's has been there. They're an icon in the community.
icon, yes.
And they've rebuilt it. Sushi Rise is there now. The Lake View. I went to dinner at Sushi Rise last night, and this rainstorm came in, but nobody got wet. The way they have structured the building and the awnings, the rain came in. We
Sushi
sat outside.
Rise?
Yeah,
In the corner?
yeah. They've got these
I thought
beautiful.
it was indoors.
They have indoors and there's an outdoor area because the lake is so beautiful. To take advantage of that Boca Point Lake is really breathtaking. And La Chloe overlooks the lake.
Yes. And they have about 9 or 10 different restaurants in this
There's
place?
a lot of restaurants, a lot of movable parts for us to do some more location shoots.
Which is really cool. You can come down, you can have different types of food. And you can start your morning there. We're going to be at La Chloe to do meetings. We're going to have a yoga thing going on there.
They've
We're
got
gonna bring
rolled
more
ice cream.
information.
They're a cafe. If you go into
Rolled ice cream.
rolled,
Yes, rolled ice
have you
cream.
tried it?
I'm not there, but I've had rolled ice cream in New York.
Have you?
Yes. You never had rolled ice cream?
I don't think so.
The thing is cold, and they roll it all out. They flatten it, and they scrape it, and they make all sorts of flowers. And
You know what I think of as a rolled ice cream? You're going to laugh at me.
Yeah, some kind of sugar cone, I'm sure.
I think they makes it look like a cake roll. But
Yeah,
you're
that's
right.
what they do. There's
it does
a cake
look like
roll,
a cake roll,
and then,
right?
but they open it and they make it look like a flower. And so it's really cool the way they do it.
But the
Playland
food
used to
is
have
really
it.
good. They make great coffee. Their cappuccino, espresso coffees. The only thing is, you end up getting more than one because it's so good. You drink it so fast, you have another one.
The cappuccino, I had one. I will not have it again.
Why?
Because I can't. It has a lot of sugar in it.
No sugar.
Yes, it does.
No.
Nothing that good can have sugar in it.
No,
I'm
it's
telling
the
you.
coffee and milk. You didn't know there was no sugar.
They put like a head of foam on this thing. It's like unbelievable.
That's just the frothy milk in it.
And there's no sugar in that. impossible. It was too delicious.
It was really delicious.
It's ridiculous.
You know, people want to know, Freddie. They're writing, how did we get our name, the Brooklyn Cafe?
You know, that's a very interesting story, and because you're asking, that is the reason we called it that.
Why?
Because it used to be called, what was it called?
Two Boys from Brooklyn.
Two Boys from Brooklyn.
And Dawn. No.
It was Two Boys from Brooklyn, and then it was Two Boys from Brooklyn and the Broads. We went through 12 different women, and we decided to call them Broads.
As
that didn't work
co-hosts.
either. As co-hosts. That didn't work either. Then we went to Two Broads, Two Boys from Brooklyn and Dawn, and we kept that going for a little bit. Then one of the boys, he got ill. You know, last maybe he'd be okay. He got ill, and then his wife got ill, and that was done. And then BZT, the iHeart station, said, we're doing sports, you got to leave. So we had to start all over again. And we said, well, what are we going to call it? In my day, if you go to the Brooklyn Bridge, underneath the Brooklyn Bridge, on the Brooklyn side, there is a restaurant. And my father took me there when I was a puppy, and he said to me, you could see the city, you see the city line, everything else. And I never forgot that. And that's the picture that was taken for on the banner.
It's so
and the
funny.
Brooklyn Cafe is about all decisions are made at the table. And we said, why not? Let's see if people will ask, why is it called the Brooklyn Cafe?
Why is it called the Brooklyn Cafe?
And we don't sell no sandwiches.
But we have really terrific coffee. We have our own Brooklyn Cafe TV coffee line, thanks to Don Pablo Roasters and Growers and Roasters. And you've got some big news that's happening tomorrow night on the Brooklyn Cafe.
That's
our
right.
show from yesterday, our Wednesday show, our Women in Business, our Women Wednesday, is being re-aired, thank you to the Beasley Network, on WSBR.
That's right, at 11 o'clock, right before Steve Kane, which everybody knows who Steve is the biggest. And we will be on 11 o'clock at night. Yesterday's show, if you didn't catch it, is going to be on the business segment because we use Women in Business, our Wednesday empowerment deal with women, and we're going to open that up tomorrow.
It was a great show yesterday.
It was a lot of fun. It was great. It was really informative. These are three women we brought together that we had never met. We didn't even know what they did. Real estate was one, real estate was the other one, and the gymnast, the class.
She's a fitness instructor. She's
With
a
Busybodies.
bikini model and
From
a fitness
Busybodies.
instructor from Busybodies. And to ask a question, how do you define success? Actually, we should open up the question to everyone. How do you define success? 888-565-1470.
Call in.
Give us a call, women or men. How do you define success? And is it only financial growth and financial prosperity that defines success was one of the questions.
That's right.
We got 3 different answers.
3 different answers.
Which was, so tomorrow's show, if you want to rewatch it, re-listen to it, it'll be on WSBR at 11 o'clock. That was amazing. And then it sort of fostered and grew into if one of the partners is the primary breadwinner, man,
Yes.
woman, women, and women, does that change the aspect of the household? Does that change the dynamics of what you are expected to do if you are the primary financial earner or not? And again, 3 different women, 3 completely different answers,
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Totally different takes on it, which
And-
I thought was fascinating.
And it was really cool because they were only going to do 10-minute segments. They ended up staying for the whole 2 hours.
2 hours.
Which is amazing. But we're only going to air 54 minutes of the show tomorrow.
Going to air the first hour. So give us a call. Let us know what your definition of success is. 888-565-1470 to be part of the cafe. We always have fun. We get to talk about so many things. And then when you left yesterday, this gentleman walks in and he says, "What do you do?" And I told him, and he said, "Oh, I was on WNN. I had a show on 1470. He said, back in the day, I asked him if he knew you. And he said he didn't. And his sister, I guess, had broker time as well many years ago. And he said, "What do you do?" And I explained how we do every topic except religion and politics and all the foundations. And he says, "Oh my gosh." And he tells me this whole story about his grandson and his special needs and how he's republishing a book and all the proceeds are going to, I didn't even tell you this story. He's republishing a book and all the proceeds are going to go back to one of the foundations to benefit children with special needs. And of course, that opened up a whole nother caveat of conversation. So it just keeps growing. When people come in, it's incredible.
And it's funny because today I got a phone call
Yeah.
from the Brooklyn Boys. The Brooklyn Boys are 7 organizations. They have gotten together in different communities in West Palm Beach, and they are going to come visit us on July 7th. Not June, July 7th.
I've got people booking in July already.
And they're coming, 1,000 of them are coming. So we were not going to be able to do it at the cafe unless we got to rent something big, because I don't know how we're going to house
1,000 of boys from Brooklyn?
There are 1,000 to 1,200. There's 7 different organizations. And they want to come down because they want to do either a fundraiser, they want to do something. These are all retirees that watch the show now.
Wow.
And the guy called me today, thank courtesy of VIP, of Steve of New York Sounds. He called me today. He says he's going to come down. He loved the show. He listened today. He was laughing. He says, you guys are just wacky, but he loves the Brooklyn flavor, and he wants to bring that back. So we're going to have that as well. But it's in July. It's July 7th.
I just had someone book for July 14th.
It's funny. It's just an ironic deal. And the other thing is, if you have a business and you want the cafe to come and visit you, we are now doing remotes on location. We can do them almost anywhere. We've proven that it does work. People come out, and they turn it into a giant networking party.
And that's really the intent, is network, to share the community, to give back to the community. And that's what I was talking to Heather today when she came back. She comes in and she says, you guys are hilarious. She said, I listened to it when I left, and then on my way back here, she said, you're really funny. She said, what they really want to do with Game of Axes and what the owner's mission is to give back to the community.
That's right.
And she said, there's not many people that would give back to the community. And to me, that doesn't make any sense. That's what community is. That's what South Florida, that's what we do. That's what it's all about, is giving back to people. She thought the show was hilarious. She loved it.
Well, the bottom line is there's giving back, and then there's you giving back to yourself.
Yeah,
and there's a fine balance, right? So you want to be able to have people from the community come forward. Muhammad Ali's wife, Mama Ali. I called her today. So where's the mama? Then we want to do a T-shirt that says, have you seen the mama, with her picture on? And she'll sign it for the foundation that we talked about.
Do you know, it's so sad that I spend every day with you all day, and the conversations have to be on air.
Yeah, we don't have any cover. I didn't tell you about this either. It's true.
On Saturday, I went to closing ceremonies for Brooklyn, for the Miracle League of Palm Beach County. Such a spectacular organization. These are special needs children that get to play baseball like everybody else. And if they can't hold the bat, their buddy holds it for them, with them, and they hit it. If they can't run the bases, their buddy will run the wheelchair around the bases. And they get to participate in baseball and cheerleading. The amount of resources available with this VIP Kids Care, there's a PPAC program. There are resources. The Palm Beach County school system has Special Ed Parent University. The resources are so incredible. And I finally saw the last game, because I was there meeting so many resource centers. And the last player that gets up, there's 2. There's Federico. And then 2 players later is Giovanni.
Which is my son's name.
Which is your son.
Yeah.
So today Julia sends me the video of Giovanni. She said, here's your Giovanni. Unbelievable what these kids and their families do. So if you ever want to volunteer for a phenomenal organization, it's Miracle League of Palm Beach County. If you have a special needs child, they don't even cap the age anymore, because everyone wants to participate. We had Ethan
on. It's a 27-year-old playing, no?
He was on our show on Tuesday, I believe, right? And he was spectacular.
He was.
And he continues to play. And they asked us if we would promise, and I didn't realize there was a fall league when I made the promise that we would cover opening ceremonies and opening day. And it happens to be in October. So October 5th is opening day for the fall season. There are 125 students now, kids that are now enrolled, and they'd like to make you the honorary coach. I guess I'm the honorary mom.
Yes, I'm going to be
the honorary coach to be there. We're going to live stream it. And then in November 25th, I believe it is Dinner on the Diamond.
Yes, I'm going to be serving food, apparently.
Are you?
That's what they told me. I'll be serving food. And listen, if you want to sponsor a team, I spoke to them yesterday, $1,500 buys you a season. They have 6 teams now. We would like to get 6 teams more. So if you have a business, if you are an individual and you want to participate and sponsor a team, give us a call. What number you want to give them?
We give them the cafe number, 866-224-5422. That's actually your number.
That's my number. You can call that number, and we will put you in touch with them. Proceeds go directly to them. They're doing scoreboard stuff. I mean, what they have these kids doing, I've never seen anything like that. And I didn't even know that closing ceremonies was Saturday until Friday, and I already had a prior commitment. It's Rowan's birthday.
Right, when I found out, and I said I had to go, and it leaves me speechless to see what resources we have in our community for these families.
That's right.
The PPAC program, the special needs, after school, ARC, jewelry, putting people back in the workplace, these special needs adults, to keep them in the workplace, something for them and creativity. Oh, I should call them, actually. You know, we're looking for vests and jackets. Well, there's one organization that they repurpose clothing. So if we can find even used jackets or used vests for the cafe crew, they will repurpose it so it looks like a crew jacket.
You should do that.
I think I'm going to do that. Why not?
Shamrock, what was it?
Shamrock Restoration also.
Restoration was there. A shout out to them for all the stuff that they do. And Shamrock is giving something away. Didn't they say?
Shamrock said if you call them, and they're giving free inspections for leak damage and restorations, if you call them, they come out and you use their services. $100 of their services go back to Miracle League of Palm Beach County. Just mention the Brooklyn Cafe TV or Miracle League of Palm Beach County, and they give them $100 back.
The only thing is, I don't know Shamrock's number.
Shamrock Restoration.
You know
I'm sure
the number?
everybody can look it up.
Shamrock Restoration. And we should do it tomorrow until the end of the week, because we should let people know anything that happens, $100 goes towards the league. I'm exhausted.
The Miracle League and Young Dentistry. She was there, Marcy Young.
Yes, and now that's an interesting aspect. You have children, you want to take them to the dentistry. That's where you want to take them.
All dentists. I got
She's
to tell
unreal.
you. I really feel sorry for the pediatric dentists.
Yeah, but she's
The worst.
nice. She said they lay you down. They
They're
have
all
cartoons
nice,
and
but
TVs on the ceiling.
Did your kids throw up when they went to the dentist?
Absolutely not.
Mine did a lot.
I did.
They choked. You did. Of course you did.
I told her on the air, I said, they put that plaster of Paris in my mouth. I couldn't breathe.
That pink stuff that that stuff, it makes
Pink,
me,
it was disgusting.
It was
wasn't
disgusting, right? She said they don't measure for X-rays anymore like that. But that's the orthodontist. But for cleanings and special needs, and Marcy is one of the sponsors of the Miracle League of Palm Beach
Yes.
County. And then today we leave a shoot, and we run into this lady, and they've got doing grants for housing. Freddie, I don't even know how we find
Grants
people.
for housing.
They find us, right?
Grants for housing.
Did this
and
woman not find us?
And she goes, let me call the company. And she calls the company right in front of us.
She's waiting, they're going to call you. And the amazing thing that comes out of the word work, she says, wait,
Stuff
I know you.
happens.
I see you all on TV.
Yeah.
I know you. I've seen you on TV. Have I seen you on TV? I recognized you when you
She
walked in
saw
the door.
you when you first walked through the Dunkin' Donuts.
When I
She
walked through
said,
the Dunkin'
"Hey, I know
Donuts."
you.
It's so hilarious. But
It
we
was
are
good.
getting out in the community is what it's all about, and giving back and spotlighting business and women empowerment. And the best thing I heard today was one of our new producers, our intern. She's in from Arizona. She said, what we do is we give people a voice. She said, we give women a voice. And I said, what'd you say?
You know, I don't.
And she said that. And I was so proud that she
You're
said
always
that.
giving me I give women voices. You know, guys got voices too. You know.
Absolutely. But this woman we were talking about happened to be a woman in particular. And she said, we
Arizona?
have given. Yes. She said, we had given this one particular client a voice and a platform.
okay. I'll
That's what
give
she
you
was
that.
talking about, this one person in general.
I'll give you that.
And we've had some big announcements coming up with Gen G. So I'm looking forward to
Gotta
teasing
wait
that a
till
little
that.
bit.
Yeah, gotta wait till that's released.
We got
And we
some
are opening
teasing.
up a studio down in North Miami Beach for usage. We already have
Courtesy of.
Don Pablo Coffee. It's called Don Pablo Studios.
And that's in North Miami. So we're going to go check that out next week.
And we are starting to do Comcast commercials. And if you're in Miami, we're going to do it down there as well.
You know what? Somebody actually messaged me today. I'm so
What?
glad we do the show so I can talk to you.
She never told me this either.
Somebody messaged me they'd like details on what that Comcast package looks like.
The Comcast package allows 17 channels from 77. You pick the 17 you want. It's a 30-second commercial. It plays 892 times per
Wow.
month. So if you do the math, and I'm not a math expert, me and Paul did it. It's like 28 times a day on 17 different channels. Okay? Now, when the World Series or football or hockey, they sometimes will sprinkle in some specials. I've done this packages with Dr. Panozzo. We saw the commercial we did at the NBA Finals. They put it.
You saw it at one of the sports bars, right?
Yes. And we were at one of the sports bars, and my son started running around telling me, "That's our commercial. That's our commercial." It was the funniest thing. People were bringing me beers. It was the funniest thing. But it is the biggest way to get your message out there. We are including the price of production in the deal. So give us a call, 866-224-5422.
Yeah.
We will give you the package. We got our second package today. I got a phone call. I have to call them tomorrow. And you never know, because the right set of eyes sees your program, and the next thing you know, you're a self-made millionaire.
And production meeting will create the commercials for you. So
Correct.
if you have a business and you don't have a video commercial spot put together, we will create that for you. So the pricing includes all of that production time
Correct.
plus the commercials to air.
That is correct.
And we have our choice of Boca, Del Rey, or we can actually, wherever you want to air, we can get you those prices. But currently we're working within the Boca Del Rey market.
That's correct, because we are based in Boca, so we put that package together. But I can get it anywhere in Florida, all the way up to, I'm going to say south of Orlando.
Do you sleep at night?
Absolutely, like a baby.
And you watch TV?
Like a baby.
I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you continue, you do and push and grow, and you inspire our interns, and you have them thinking we've got a great new crew that have come in
You
for
saw
the
them
summer,
today?
working hard.
Best foot forward today.
Really, really working hard. And we've got them from the animator. If you're looking for an animated spot, I want to talk to him about a new intro. He's not going to like me very much, but he is one of the best. They all come with such unique gifts. We've got the mole, and everyone has a nickname because Freddie's so good at names. We've got Arizona. But yet they all have names.
They all have names. 2 minutes. You know, it's really interesting because Sarah Spiritual, I want to do a shout out. She was gracious enough to let us do a remote for her yesterday, and we tested different programs that we are putting together. Now, what you don't know is that I'm going to put, during our social media hour, I'm going to put a phone line attached to the game live from the remote. You didn't like me now. That means you're going to be able to take phone calls from all of you.
Wow.
That's what we're working on next.
So if we set up maybe at the night before, we'll be good to go by airtime. I'm kidding. You guys did a great job today.
I had a burnout wire.
You did.
Put that on
We
me.
actually had 2 burned out wires, I think.
Yeah, nah, who knows?
We had an Ethernet and that wire
All right,
burned
we
out.
got a minute. We got to go. You want to tell us about Uncle Mike?
Tomorrow, come on up and visit us, airing live from 12 to 2 at Crazy Uncle Mike's in Boca Raton on Federal Highway between Linton and Clintmore. We're airing live. Have some fun. Network. We've got a lot of people coming up. Be a lot of fun. And
Come
there's
have
a
a little
brewery. Have a great night. Thanks for listening to our craziness. We'll see you tomorrow back at Uncle Mike's.
And as always, don't be late.
Be kind to each other.
This has been Tell Us Your Business, where a special guest comes on every week and tells us what they do. All shows can be seen on amp2.tv, and if you wish to be a guest, call 866-224-5422 and tell us about your business. That's 866-224-5422. This has been an amp2.tv production. The opinions expressed